This video isn't just about showing how your pre-match analysis was correct, but also how you can sort of maximise your profit by looking at sort of various other options as the game unfolded. It was Celta Vigo against Barcelona, and we backed over 3.5, over 4.5 and over 5.5, plus some small cover on 0-2 and 1-1. We pick up the action at half-time where, remarkably, Celta had gone into a 3-0 lead. And what we did was, obviously, we wanted to reduce our liabilities. So we hedged for £40 green the 3.5 goal market. We cleared the red on the under 4.5 goals that we backed for £18 pre-match. And we reduced our red by 50% on the under 5.5 goals market, which we backed at £12 pre-match. You can see here, I mean, if we cashed out, we'd be getting £22 on the 5.5, £30 on the 4.5 market, and we got £40 already on the 3.5 goals. So we were looking at sort of £92 profit less, obviously, the £16 red that we'd already lost now on the correct score market. So we could actually exit that the trade at that point for sort of around about sort of £76 profit. But because the result was so extraordinary, Celta Vigo were leading 3-0. This was completely against what I was expecting. I was hoping for goals, of course, but not that way round. So what about some other options? How can I possibly sort of maximise the profit that I'd already got? And the obvious choice was to look at the match odds market. Surely Barcelona in the second half would sort of try to get back into the game. The options we've got now are what I can call sort of spending some of your profit. Now, in this example, if I'm sort of looking at laying Celta Vigo at 1.16 for 250 quid, that would cost me £40. Okay, so that would leave me an overall profit of £36 should Barcelona fail to draw or win. Another option was to actually apply the same sort of tactic, but at slightly lower liability. So I laid Celta at 1.16, which I'm hoping we're going to see in a minute, for £125. Yeah, and here, this is our chat room where I'm actually putting all of this, my thinking out loud, if you will, sort of into the actual chat room box. And there we can sort of see sort of quite clearly sort of what the options are. And what our sort of final profit and loss would be sort of on various score lines. So in effect, so what you're doing is you're just sort of spending, a portion of your already sort of guaranteed profit. The question is, how bullish do you want to be about it? So you can either spend all of your sort of guaranteed profit, in which case, if it didn't actually sort of pan out as you wanted, okay, it'd be a scratch trade. You wouldn't lose, you wouldn't win. However, you can spend some of the profit, so you're guaranteed at least a percentage return, but also with the sort of possibility of adding to that profit that we'd already spoken about, which in our case was £76. And the way we wanted to do this was by laying Celta Vigo in the match odds and hoping that Barcelona would actually sort of get back into the game. So this was sort of my final decision, which was, if you like, a sort of a midway kind of approach, where I was sort of spending £20 of that sort of potential £76 profit that I already got. And so my sort of green on Barcelona, or the draw, would have been £125. All I wanted really was for Barcelona in the second half to come out and actually sort of do the business for us. So first things first, put in the match lay on Celta Vigo, but now what I had to do was hedge out the 4.5 and 5.5 goals market to get us sort of that guaranteed £76. So here we clicking through, and I'm using the cash out sort of function here. It's not always the best idea to use that particular function because you're not always getting the best kind of prices, but as you can see, we're laying at 1.66. Okay, I'm going to do that manually now. So we're going to leave ourselves with a £30, £31 hedge green on the 4.5. Remember, we've already got £40 hedge green on the 3.5. So we're hedging out on the 4.5. There's our guaranteed £40 we've already done, which we did in the first half. Now we should be going to the 5.5 goal market, and we've hedged out there for £22. So less than £16, remember, that we've already lost on the correct score. So there's our sort of £76 already guaranteed. Now we're going to spend £20 of that by laying Celta Vigo. So obviously what we're hoping for is to add to that £76 we've already got with another sort of potential £125 should Barcelona win, or it ends in a draw. And I think this is particularly with the sort of two teams involved, and particularly it was Barcelona, and it was such an extraordinary half-time result that we felt we could sort of make this particular sort of tactic work in our favour. And there, the second half, and on sort of 61 minutes, Barcelona got the goal, and we can see there that the price on Celta Vigo has now drifted to 1.26. Remember, we laid it at 1.16, so we could actually cash out for sort of £10.81 there, £11 if we wanted to. But we're trying to maximise our sort of profit here, so rather than just sort of cash out and give ourselves an extra sort of £11.70, we'll let this trade run. But what I wanted to do was at least sort of reduce some of that £20 liability that I got, which I did by backing at 1.28 for £40. And then Barcelona, as we'd hoped, they scored a second goal. As you can see there, I could cash out now for £40. Now that would give me sort of £40 plus the 76. That would give me £116. But I'm in it to win it, so I'm sort of thinking that Barcelona, the tails are up. It's 3-2, and there's sort of 25, nearly 30 minutes left to play. Surely they can get another goal at least to draw. Okay. Yet again, as in all good sort of trading practices, I'm sort of reducing or clearing my red. And then something happened. The goalkeeper made this extraordinary howler that sort of in effect sort of put pay to the sort of trade there, really. Barcelona pulled one back to make it sort of 4-3, and just before they scored that third goal, I'd put in a lay at 1.05 when the score was 4-2 for £100. Just about to confirm my bet, and then it wasn't matched, and Barcelona scored a third goal with about sort of 5 minutes left to play. So it was a shame. I could have sort of nicked another sort of 20 odd pounds there at the death, but sort of missed out by about sort of 10 seconds. Okay, well the game finished 4-3 to Celta. As you can see, I've got no red on the match odds, and I ended up back to where I started, sort of £76 profit. But I'd given myself an opportunity there with that sort of additional trade, if you like, at half time by laying the leading team. And there was possibly with another sort of £125 should the trade go our way. It didn't quite, but it was very, very close.